Hello everybody, my name is Muse and this is the first bits of Loop Hero. This is a puzzle strategy game with light deck building elements, and we're going to jump in and try and beat the boss on the first run. It's going to be difficult. Right, we skipped all the story, we're in the game, and the first thing we need to do is build our campfire. So this is our base. Every building you add boosts things, so the campfire will increase our HP every time we enter the campfire tile. But what is the campfire tile? Well, let's jump into a game and we'll find out. So, these are the cards I mentioned. We've got no choice but to bring these along. We can afford to remove some of these because you can see the minimum and maximum limits on the side. Get rid of the treasury, get rid of the beacon. Yeah, that looks like a good deck. And we are playing as the warrior, the only class we've got unlocked at the moment on chapter 1, the only one we've got unlocked. There's a bunch of stats there that show us what we're doing, but let's jump into the game. So let's put the speed down a bit. We are Pink Guy. We're wandering through the world, and every time we come across enemies we'll fight them. And we dispatched that one handily, so we got ourselves some loot and no cards. So let's have a look at the loot. We may as well just put some of it on because we've got nothing else. And now we've got ourselves a card. So we place these in the world and it affects the game. So we'll pop a meadow down there, and every time a new day starts, we'll get 2 HP. The day timer is this one in the top corner here. Carries on during fights and when we're roaming the world. So let's pop this road lantern down here. That will reduce the number of enemies that can spawn on any of the tiles around it. So you've got tiles that go on the roads, tiles that go around the roads, and landscape tiles that just go out and about. Should probably put on a weapon. And is that ring any good? No. But put on some armour to get some extra HP. So we've just got the 4 equipment slots on each of the characters. Now we've got mountains and rocks. Those can be used to boost our HP, so let's pop those down. And a grove is one of the things that goes on a road tile. We'll pop it next to our campfire, and these spawn rat wolves which can move to adjacent tiles, so it might spawn an enemy on its own tile, or it might spawn one that moves to the right. We'll pop down a second grove next to the bonfire, and we'll pop down some more bits and bobs around and about. Where might we want this meadow? Doesn't matter a huge deal, let's pop it there. And we won't bother putting down that grove because we're pretty weak right now. We don't want too many strong enemies on the map, otherwise we could get into trouble. So that's our first loop done. Oblivion lets you destroy cards that were already on the map, so that can be useful depending on what you've put down. Sometimes you can combo things, like you can put down a card. There's a card called Villagers, and there's a card you can put next to it called Wheat Fields. You can't put Wheat Fields down without a village, but if you put down both and then you delete the village, the Wheat Fields change into something new. So there's fun little combos like that to explore throughout the game. Not getting a lot of the cards I want here, which is landscape cards really. We need to build up our stats. And we're not getting amazing loot either, but I guess we're just killing slime, so that's fine. Now let's put a spider cocoon there, because these rat guys are tougher than spiders. Spiders spawn onto the nearby tiles, and we want to dilute the rat guys, the rat wolves, so we don't have to fight too many of them at any one moment. Now, if we pop this meadow next to this spider cocoon, it transforms. It's now a blooming meadow. Heals me for 3 instead of 2. So you want to put your meadows around and about where they can connect to things. Maybe if I put a rock in the middle there, I can convert all 3 of those meadows. Now we've got 2 rat walls at once. That's what we don't want. But we've got a better weapon actually, so let's equip that. Ooh, a regen ring. We'll have that. Regen will be very handy. And more HP to go with it. So yeah, if we put a rock in here, boom, we just transformed 4 meadows and gained an extra 4 HP per day. Which is nice, because we're not at full health right now. Now, more road lanterns. Let's see, I could put it overlapping this one, because they do have multiple effects. And we don't want too many rat guys spawning on the same squares. And we also want to cover the squares around our base for reasons that will become clear later on. This bar underneath the day bar tells us when the boss is coming in, so we've got to fill out as much of the map as possible to get the boss to show up. We've got a fight coming up with 3 spiders at once. That could be tricky. They're not terribly strong though, so we can quickly whittle it down to 0 spiders. Now we'll put down some more mountains and another meadow. You can pause it between fights if you want, but we'll do it now actually, because I want to consider where to put this battlefield. This spawns chests once every loop. We want the chest as early as possible in the loop, really. So if we put it on this side, if we put it there, then would it always spawn on the grove? Guess we can find out. Oh, wait a minute. Goblin camp. Yeah, I put down 10 rocks and that spawned a goblin camp. We'll get rid of that because goblins are quite strong. Now we'll put down some more rocks. We've nearly finished a 3x3 of rocks. That could be important for us. Ah, now we've got slime and a goblin. We'll skip the plot where we chat with the goblins because we've met them for the first time. And yeah, so Gobbo got in a few extra hits while we were dealing with the slime. That's why we don't want multiple enemies in the same sort of squares. Now, that fills in that nicely. Another road lantern down there though, to stop too many spiders spawning on one square would be nice. And now that that's filled in, let's put some more battlefields down, get some more treasure chests on the go. I think we'll put down this other spider cocoon as well, because we do want more enemies, more loot. If we put it on a corner there, then it'll spread the spiders out nicely, hopefully. 2 rat walls again. Better sword. And a better shield. Nice. And there's a treasure chest, and that's given us damage, defense, evasion. I'm liking the regen at the moment, it's keeping us alive. Now, where could this go? That could go there. We've got enough rocks now. Let's pop down 1 here, and bam! Got ourselves a mountain peak, which gives us a huge amount of XP. But it does spawn a harpy every 2 days, so we'll have to live with that. And there's another rock, so we'll oblivion that goblin camp. Probably put down this other spider cocoon as well, just for some more loops. I don't want to put it there though, because I want a road lantern there probably. Yeah, I want to keep them off the corners. He says after having put that one down seconds ago, but that's fine. It's fine. Now, meadows. Maybe I'll start another thing over here and I'll just chuck a rock in the middle of it, just to get the blooming effect from them. We're doing a good job of keeping our health up, but we're not getting a lot of stats on the gear that we're picking up. But we've got like 3 battlefields now, so we've got 3 treasure chests. So we'll see how this goes. We also are only halfway to filling the boss, so we need to get more cards down. Because we need the boss as soon as possible before they get too strong. Need more road lanterns so I can feel more comfortable putting down groves. Probably build all that in with rocks. So maybe we'll fill that in with a meadow. Oh, it's a mimic. That's no good. That didn't give us fat loot. Oh, there we go. What have we got? Regen and damage, and it's just more HP. Evasion, but no regen. But vampirism. But vampirism's not as useful. We don't attack terribly fast because we're a warrior. But we will put down another spider cocoon. There's a harpy up there waiting for us as well. Quick chat with the harpy, and let's see what they're capable of. Fast damage, but not terribly high health. Standard harpy behaviour for video games. And here's another one, because it took us a while to get around the loop, so 2 of them had time to spawn. Not getting a huge amount of luck with this gear, which is a shame. Would be nice to get some fancy stuff on before we fight the boss. I mean, it'll be necessary if we're going to win. Oh, wait a minute, we've got a better axe there. We'll have that. We're on loop 7 and we've got a level 9 axe. This is promising. Now, we don't want quite so many spiders in any one given square up there. We don't want 4 anyway. So we'll pop down the old road lantern. What treasure you got for us today? Has that got regen? It has. It's not as good, but the attack speed and counter are cool. Attack speed on the scimitar, because certain items always have certain stats. Scimitars always have attack speed. Dirks always have evasion. Things like that. Less worried about the meadows. We'll just plop them down anyway. Regen and evasion. I'll take it. Better shield would be nice. But now we've got 17% evasion. I'm feeling okay about the boss. We could potentially get the boss to spawn this loop by just plonking down a bunch of groves and ruins behind us, because they're not going to affect us if we fight the boss this loop. But then again, evasion could still be high. We've still got no stats on our shield or our weapon. Maybe one more loop. I suppose I should have made it clear at some point that we're not really doing anything in this world. We're just designing the world for the heroes to do everything in. But all of this combat and all of this travelling around the world is automatic. The only thing we can control... Didn't mean to spawn that goblin camp, but there we go. The only thing we can control is the design of the world. So we're trying to make a world that our hero can survive and thrive in, but not get killed by it being too strong. Right, we've got no oblivion, so that goblin camp is just going to stay there. Oh, we got a ghost. Oh, we got a ghost of a ghost. Wow. Yeah, ghosts and ghosts of ghosts can spawn from battlefields. And maybe even ghosts of ghosts of ghosts, but surely not. That sounds like madness to me. But you'll see our boss bar's nearly full, so we're going into the boss this run, basically. Now, what's on that? Damage. There is a bit of regen on my thing, but is that worth... That's got to be worth more to me, overall. Just having the thousands of health there. Well. And is that a good shield? It's a better shield. It's got solid defense on it. And we've summoned a boss. This is progress. And this music, all of the music in this game, Blinch has done an amazing job with the music. That's probably better. The damage is down, but the regen is up. Nice. Right, it's not too late for us to blow up that goblin camp. That has actually turned our meadow back into a regular one though, which is a shame. Now, do we also want to blow up the goblins? We've got a spare Oblivion. Why not? They might have given us treasure, but we've already got a decent loadout. More evasion would be nice, but you can't have everything. The regen's good. Oof, I've just seen we got 3 spiders and a harpy coming up. The harpy could do good damage if we don't target it early. Targeting is random. Although, Road Lantern, will this... Yes, it removes the spider. Nice. Yeah, you can't choose who you target, so you've got to just assume that you're going to be targeting the worst choice. Aside from chests. Chests are always targeted last. But here we go. We sneak up to the boss, we fight a rat wolf and then 3 spiders. We're not getting any more rat wolves on that square because it's full of spiders, because it's only got a capacity of 3 at the moment. Now let's see what we get before our final move. So, a meadow. That could go there in blue. And here we go, boss fight. We are staying, thank you very much. We won't worry about the conversation, because, yeah, plot's not really part of this. No, we're just going to get battered a lot. We've got good evasion, we've got good regen, so if we can stay alive, we'll get a bit of extra healing from the days ticking over, which we might need because it's looking tight. But we are regenning constantly, and the boss is not. So, we might be doing it, you know. It looks like we're going to do it. Yes! Yes, this is impossible, I agree. But we've done it nonetheless. We've beaten the boss on our first run, and that gives us achieve in time for lunch. And some resources. Lovely. Let us retreat, shall we? Victory is ours, and that Chieve was in fact the final one. I've now got 100% of the Chieves in this game and I couldn't stop playing it. So, let's have a look. Game time, 23 minutes. Yeah, these stats are much bigger, but they're also full of spoilers on my main playthrough. Oh, we're a keeper. Well, I mean, literally, we kept all the resources that were in that run. We didn't die and lose 70% of them, so that's promising, and now we could build new structures. And then we could venture out into the loop again with stronger characters and do it all again. Because, yeah, the game is basically grind, get stronger so you can grind some more. And I wouldn't have spent 66 hours in it if the general minute-to-minute gameplay wasn't so dang fun. So, yeah, I do recommend Loop Hero to anyone who likes this kind of thing. Although if you like this kind of thing, you've probably played it already because it's like 9 months old now. But if you have, let me know. Please leave some comments. We can chat about how great Loop Hero is. And yeah, that's about it really. Loop Hero is great. You all should play it. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.